Sounds a whole lot like a warning for me to leave the country.
Hello? Sonny, have you missed the headlines the last few weeks? The cops are in possession of your wife's dead body. Okay, I don't care how you spin this thing. This does not look good for you.
The cops don't have enough to tie me to Claudia's murder. When her body was found after the explosion in that warehouse, that was a shock to me as it was to everybody else.
It's a dream come true to the cops and the politicians who haven't been able to touch you for years. They gotta feel like you've rubbed their noses in it long enough.
And how do you feel?
Doesn't matter how I
No,
feel.
it matters to me.
The cops, I promise you, are gonna have every available expert on this thing sifting through the evidence. They're not gonna stop until they prove that you killed Claudia.
You sound pretty sure yourself. Is there something you know that I don't?
I know you.
There's information that I should know about. Right now would be the perfect time to tell me.
What information? What would I know?
I don't know.
You're the guy that's got all the friends in high places. I mean, plus Claudia's body is going to give all the cops all the information that they need. Not that it's any of my business, because it's not.
Well, I wish more people felt that way.
The cops think that you murdered your wife. You've got no alibi. You've got tons of motive, and you've got half the people in this city that were in the room at her party, and they heard you say that you were going to make her pay.
I just found out that the woman I was married to got my son shot.
And who knows what you would have done if she hadn't taken Carly and run off with her. Now, don't forget, Jax and I were both in the room when you got that call from the hospital. You went running off like a bat out of hell. We both heard that. This does not look good for you, Sonny.
I swear to you, if they force you to take the stand against me, I won't let you perjure yourself.
You're gonna stand there and make jokes about this right now?
Come on.
Sonny, you've ducked the law for so many years. You had to know that eventually it was gonna come back and bite you. Right? I'm telling you that this is time to get out of Dodge. I hear South America's very nice this time of year. You got plenty of cash. You can make a nice life for yourself anywhere you want.
That's great advice, Olivia. Except for one thing. There are people in this town I can't leave behind. I shouldn't leave town. My kids are here.
What kind of father do you think you're gonna be from prison, Sonny?
Should I take it personally that you're pushing so hard to get rid of me?
You know, you're making jokes. I can't tell if you're being stupid, or you're stubborn, or you're just in complete denial about this whole thing.
No, I've just lived with it a lot longer than you have.
It's not true. You've always been like this. Always. The worst possible thing could be going down, and you'd be standing there making jokes. It's patronizing, and it's dismissive.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. What about that time when Donna Garofalo told everyone that you put a beat down on her brother because he was getting fresh with me? What was your lame excuse for that?
Am I supposed to remember?
Yeah, you should remember, because I cut you off over it for an entire week.
Oh, yeah, now it's coming back to me, actually.
Do you see?
No.
Do you see what you're doing, Sonny? Somebody shows you a moment of honest compassion, a moment of honest concern, and you treat it like it's nothing.
I just don't want to see you upset.
I'm not upset.
Then who's being dismissive now? Who's being, right?
Don't change the subject.
No, I just don't want you to worry about me. Because so far, look, I've managed to stay out of prison. And if the cops are on my back, then that's the way it is. I'll handle it.
Oh my God, you are so arrogant.
Honestly, look. The cops don't have enough to pin Claudio's murder on me. I promise you.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, I just thought you...
Where Olivia? Right, she's probably on her way soon.
Lulu, I know about Dominic, Dante. I know that he's Olivia's son, and I know what he does for a living.
She told you?
No, I figured it out. I gotta say, it hasn't been really easy on any of us.
So what are you gonna do?
And what is there to do?
Tell Sonny?
Come on, you gotta give me a little more credit than that, huh? I'd much rather sit on the sidelines and watch as Dante takes Sonny down. And after all, we want the same thing, which is for Sonny to pay for what he did to my sister.
Dominic will be relieved.
Yeah, I know I'm really not in a place where I can give you advice anymore, but I don't want to see you hurt, and there are just a lot of ways that this thing can go, and none of them really end happily for you.
Like there was a warning in there.
Johnny thinks it's unwise for me to be hanging out with a cop.
Oh. Well, look, John, if you have a problem with me, why don't you just take it up with me?
All right, you know what? I'm not trying to make any trouble here for you guys, all right? You are Olivia's son, and it would kill her if anything ever happened to you, which means I would never raise a hand against you. But when this whole thing goes down, there's going to be a lot of pissed off people. And they're not just going to be angry at you. You're going to have a lot of explaining to do as well.
Lulu can tell people she had no idea.
Who's going to believe that, huh? Not Luke. And what is your father going to say?
Dad stays out of my business.
Okay, see, that's the thing. It's not just your business. Your dad and Sonny, they're very close friends. They cover for each other. And your dad already has one strained relationship with his son, who happens to be a cop. Luke's going to hate that Lulu was party to this whole thing. That she knew this whole time you were working as an undercover cop to bring Sonny down, and she did nothing to stop it.
My dad loves me.
See, thank you. That is my point. And you love him too. This whole thing is going to cause a lot of damage to your personal relationships, and some of it may be permanent.
All right, well, thanks for the warning. Let's go.
Yeah.
You said...
Hey. Sorry it took me so long.
I ran into Lulu and Dominic when I was waiting. It's getting more and more fun her every day, huh?
How do you feel about that?
Just, want her to be with someone who's going to make her happy. I just don't know if he's that person.
Yeah, my son doesn't let people in very often. I guess it's part of the job. You learn to protect yourself.
I, tried to warn Lulu about the fallout that's going to land on her once everybody finds out that she's involved with the cop that brought Sonny down.
I gave in the same impulse.
Yeah.
I told Sonny to leave the country. That he's gonna listen to me. Sometimes I want this whole thing to just be over. And then I think about what that actually means.
Hey, think about how this is going to end, all right? Let's just be here now, together, okay?
It just doesn't seem fair. Sometimes, thinking about all the lies and all the secrets and all the heartache that's about to come. But I still have you.